Aquarius, how are you? We're going to do your reading for the week of March 7th, but we are going to take a peek at last week and next week, what might be showing up for you. We've got, let's see, interesting energy showing up here. It does look like the week of the new moon in Pisces, there was something that kind of came into balance. And I want to say for some of you, there's been a little bit of karma showing up for you lately. It could feel like something's been completely out of your control, right? And I do feel like in this next week, you're kind of moving more into this energy of just trusting that what's happening will play out the way that it needs to and kind of get you back into a feeling of participating, right? There can be these periods of time in our lives where it seems like no matter what we do, we're just along for the ride, right? And so it does look to me like this Pisces new moon may have kicked something off for you that felt very karmic, that was just kind of, in the in your contract, or something that felt outside of your control. Let's see what this is about, because I feel like each one of these oracle cards from 3 different decks is kind of pointing in that direction. There could have been something that came to an ending, right? When we have a new moon in Pisces, it's a new moon, right? We can have these new intentions that get set. And this moon in particular was quite powerful, as there's so many conjunctions that were taking place at the time of the new moon. However, with it being in the sign of Pisces, which is the last sign of the zodiac, and is actually one of the signs that I would say is most related to karma, there could have been some karmic endings that kind of felt like you had no say in the matter, right? So let's look at this, Aquarius. See what was going on. What is going on presently? Yeah, look at this tower. And just a quick peek at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. So there's clearly something crumbling here in order to open up some sort of new cycle for you. We have the King of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. The 10 of Swords, yeah. The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. The High Priestess. The Page of Cups. And the Page of Wands. So it does look like there's been some communication going on here. This could be a love relationship that has maybe come crashing down here. And yet again, with this High Priestess showing up, now you could certainly be dealing with someone with strong water in the chart. We've got the Tower, that's Scorpio. King of Cups is Scorpio. Queen of Cups, for me, that's typically Cancer, but that can be Pisces as well. We also have the High Priestess, which for me is Pisces. So a lot of water showing up here. We also have some fire and air. But it does feel like with this High Priestess here, there's been this air of mystery as to what is going on here. You can see she's halfway behind this curtain. There's still things to be revealed, right? And the High Priestess is typically mute. So it's very much about intuition and things going on behind the scenes, and less about absolute clarity, right? You can see this, she's got this moon just over her shoulder. So this is definitely something with these cards showing up. It does feel like something that has come to an end. And there's an aspect of it that's maybe not totally clear just yet as to why this is happening or has happened. Again, as soon as I saw this King of Wands come out below, we have the Fates card in the reverse. So when we're talking about fate versus destiny, fate often feels like it's outside of our control, right? And with this King of Wands, you can see that this is the feminine King of Wands. This particular tarot deck has masculine and feminine showing up as the top dogs in the deck. She's got this magical wand here, and so it can actually feel like no matter what you were trying to create here, to draw in or to somehow influence, may have felt like this week there's like nothing within your power to do something about it, right? It does look like, I want to say this is actually your energy here, Aquarius, where you step into your heart a little bit here, and that is kind of what helps to bring some balance to something here. So we're gonna look at that closer. But we do have the Fool at the bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. There you are, King of Swords. It does look to me like the impulse here is to make a move, to take a leap of faith, to go after something here, to go after your own happiness here with the Ten of Cups. That doesn't mean that there hasn't been stress, worry, fears showing up, right? So we're going to clarify and see what this is about. So again, we've got this waning gibbous moon, and you can see it says balance. But again, when I get a card that looks like the Justice card or whatever, especially in this lineup, this could be karma, right? This could be karma coming into play here. And it could very well be happening in order to balance some of that karma, to kind of bring it back into kind of a zero state, right? Let's clarify. There's clearly been an ending. What's this Tower about? We have the Sun and the Tower. So it could feel like whatever came through, this shocking revelation with the Sun there, this is something that comes into our awareness. This could also be just something that feels like it's shattered your innocence, your happiness, your or what you thought was your happiness. I'm gonna get one more on the Sun there. You could be dealing with a Leo or have some Leo in your chart. Now the Sun is being clarified by the Three of Cups, so it's some sort of happiness, some sort of celebration that's kind of been blasted out of your experience here, right? So it doesn't feel like this was a positive change, in that it didn't feel positive to you. This could feel like it squashed your happiness. With the Ten of Swords, that makes sense. The Ten of Swords, we have the King of Cups. So there's something here that felt like a major betrayal, something that very well broke your heart. There has been an ending. Could be in a long-term connection. Again, it feels like something you might have put a lot of heart and soul into in order to create with this particular partner, right? the High Priestess. We have the Nine of Swords. Again, confusion, some fear showing up. It could be that none of it's making sense. And the Seven of Wands. Now, if you are dealing with a Pisces, it could be difficult at this time to understand why this person is taking a stance here. You can see that this person is in warrior pose, ready to fight for themselves, ready to defend themselves. I'm going to get one more there as well. And the Devil. So it could be, I mean, there's a lot of fears here showing up. So it's like, I want to say, worse fears coming true. It feels to me like this High Priestess, whoever's taking on this role, this sort of mysterious role of things not being very clear. Look at this High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. With this showing up at the bottom of the deck, I kind of feel like this person has put in a lot of work on themselves. They've done a lot of self-reflection here. And it looks to me like why they're taking a stance here is that there's been something off kilter going on here. There's been like a why can't I think of the word? Some kind of bondage here, some sort of bond between the two of you that has proven toxic, right? Something that has kind of kept you bound together that was not in a positive way. So this could be something like codependency. There could be something there regarding just like toxic behavior or addictions, fears here. But it feels like this person's really kind of taken a stand against that. And I do feel like that's caused a lot of stress for you as well. So let's see what we get for this week. We have the Fates card in the reverse, so some sort of uncontrollable event here, or something you feel like you don't have influence over. King of Wands, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups. To me, with this King of Wands here, it's like the desire to take action and do something, but maybe feeling like no matter what you do, it's not going to make a difference. With the Page of Cups, this could be an apology showing up. Let's see. The King of Wands, yeah. Two of Swords. Like, I don't know, even if I did something, is it gonna help anything? Is it gonna do anything? This can also be someone kind of sitting in this energy of just not knowing what action to take, not knowing what to do about it. So if there's been something that has clearly broken down and kind of destroyed your happiness, your goals, your plans for the future, your intentions, it's just not knowing what to do about it, right? Or maybe even being afraid of what little control you have over it. With the Six of Pentacles, we do have that showing up here in the following week as well. And it could very well be that there's just been this inability to give energy to this situation. Not only not knowing what to do, but where to put those efforts or how to apply action, right? And it could be that there's been some imbalance here. We talked about that with the Balance card. It's like all of this has been in an effort on a universal stage to bring balance back into a situation. With the Queen of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Interesting. With the Page of Cups, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is another very karmic card showing up here. It's the Wheel of Karma is turning. So it does look to me like this week there is a shift that's going to happen that may be helpful. Look at all these twos. There's clearly a choice that needs to be made here. I feel like this might be your energy here, Aquarius, this not really knowing what action to take here. We've got the Two of Swords. Your person, this Queen of Cups energy, male or female doesn't matter. It just feels like, I feel like you're sitting in the King of Cups energy here, right? But your person has the Two of Pentacles. A need to make a choice here. And then we get the Two of Wands here as well. It's like, and Aquarius, your readings have been all about decisions as of late, or just this refusal to make a decision. Like, it's shown up consistently. Week to week to week. So if this is your reading, you know what I'm talking about. I want to get one more on that Five of Cups. This is clearly something that has caused some sadness here. I feel like it's for both of you. And maybe it's this inability to take action or make a choice. Let's see. We have the Nine of Wands. I feel like this person's guard is up. It showed up here with the Seven of Wands. Now we get the Nine of Wands here. They're definitely trying to protect themselves, maybe trying to avoid being hurt here. And I feel like it's tied to whatever this tower was. So you'll know whatever this tower was for you. Some sort of shock, right? Interesting. I tell you what, Aquarius. In the following week, we have Beyond the Ordinary. So what this card talks about is kind of stepping into this trust that things outside of our control are kind of being worked out, are being worked through, being put in place, that something is going to do the heavy lifting, right? So when we're in a situation that doesn't make sense and it doesn't feel like we have any control, there's a lot of times there's something going on below the surface. With the Six of Pentacles, King of Cups, Page of Wands. Again, I feel like there's communication taking place here and potentially between you and this person. But I do feel like something had to break down here in order to open a new door potentially. Let's look at the Six of Pentacles, because that's come up once already. We have the Judgment card and the I almost said the High Priestess, the Empress here. So it's kind of like, just deciding, are you going to put your effort towards something that is going to grow? Is what you're putting your effort to growing, and has it in the past? It's kind of like looking back and looking at what you've offered your energy to and what has that resulted in. It does feel like there's a rebirth here that's showing up. Something that could be more balanced. The clarity might be showing up as to what to put your energy towards. let's see, King of Cups. We have the Three of Swords, so definitely still dealing with some pain as a result of what's happened here, but there's healing involved. With it being swords, I want to say that there could even be some healing conversations happening. Now, normally with the Four of Swords, that's not what I would get. I would get like silent treatment kind of energy. But for some reason, in this particular instance, I actually feel like there could be some healing conversations taking place. With the Page of Wands, we have the Six of Wands. So again, it could be that there's some sort of idea or communication that comes through that helps bring in inspiration, a victory of some kind. And it could simply be what to take action towards. So even if it's not this person from the past, it could just be you finally coming into an understanding as to what door to knock on, if that makes sense. A lot of fire energy here, a lot of passion showing up. There could be a little bit of drama there with the Five of Swords, but more so what I'm getting here, it's almost like this understanding of what choice to make and how to win at this situation in particular. So I do feel like there's something coming in. Could be some kind of awakening actually that you experience here. With the Judgment card there, it could be some sort of understanding that comes in from the universe. What's interesting for me is that this is an Aquarius reading, and that's often the energy I pick up from this card in particular. And we do have Uranus and Taurus is showing up here, so there could be something that comes in as a result of Uranus being in Taurus. There could be like an activation in your own natal chart, or some sort of higher knowing shows up, and it kind of gives you an idea of how to clarify a situation, what actions to take. It's like you'll finally discover what to do from here forward. Now let's not forget we have the Fool at the bottom of the deck and that Knight of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands show up again, and now the Fool at the bottom of this clarifying deck. So it does feel like it's some sort of understanding as to how to move forward here, is what it looks like. How to move into a victory, into a more peaceful future here. And the High Priestess again. We do have the Ace of Wands here, so there could be a reconciliation that comes in the future. Maybe that's part of what's coming to your understanding. Take what resonates. It does look like a very interesting couple of weeks here. I'll have to look and see how if that ties in at all with the Aquarius March reading, because technically this is most of March right here on the table. I hope to see you next time. Bye.